What's up, guys? Vince right here. Listen, I wasn't prepared to record anything at this moment. I'm kind of busy, classes and work and all that stuff. But my God, I just can't. I can't stop thinking about those episodes. I watch it all the way, and I would watch it again. I rewatch episode 8 like 4 times. That never happens to anything I watch in Netflix. Usually would just be like, oh, let me just check out the language and just curious about it. That's what I did with Sonic Prime, but my God, I love this show so much. I get it, I love One Piece. There's a certain, kind of volume or, that whimsical nature when it comes down to my love for One Piece. Even though I'm not caught up to all of it yet, something that resonates with me is also something that I don't finish. I mean, Ratchet and Clank, for example, I love the games, but I haven't played all of it because I'm poor. And also that goes the same for like most of the stuff like surrounding Sonic or Sailor Moon. Like the content is all over the place, but I haven't really seen all of it. But man, One Piece, it just inspires me to finish the anime, to finish, yes, those those thousands of episodes. And plus, I even start watching the whole movies, the like that Netflix has been putting out, like the 3D NY, and 3D 2Y, the one with the Foxy Pirates, and also the one about rewatching the East Blue. It's like I just can't get enough of One Piece. The moment that you start to jump in, you can't get out. It's like hard to get out. Kind of like that scene in like Zoro just being dumped in a whale. But they did this so perfectly. They did it so well. Just the amount of love and care that they put in One Piece, the amount of like stuff that got made me satisfied, even though I've seen these scenes through the anime. Just watching it live action is like a whole different field of magic. Like it's just magic. It's like the characters and everything. It's literally like, in my head, if this was One Piece before the anime, then people would be inspired to see the anime as well. But for so much of these episodes, there was like no, like, especially from me, a person that's easily convinced that every movie's good because I'm just that optimistic. For One Piece, it is a 10 out of 10. It is a 10 out of 10. There is probably some people that are turned off by certain scenes and stuff like that. Some weirdness and some things that just doesn't cut with them. Maybe they're not a fan of One Piece, or maybe they are a fan of One Piece and they're just looking at this through their lens and they just don't like it. I love it. I adore it. Let me tell you something. I can't get my mind out of season 2. The moment that they announced season 2, it could have come at a better time because my God, I need another season. I need season 2. I need another, I need to know who Robin is. I got to know who Robin is. Who is going to play Robin? Who is going to play Frankie? Who is going to play Chopper? What is Chopper going to look like? I don't know. I'm just like what about Vivian, especially the father of Naruto, and also Crocodile. Just what is Alabasta gonna look like? Are they really gonna go to Saudi Arabia to film this? If so, my God, the dedication, the international culture surrounding these different made up islands and stuff like that. There's a certain flair and just you know certain I love her, even though like maybe it's not perfect and everything like that. The moment I see these scenes, it's so rewatchable. It just makes me want to watch it again and again. Just makes me think of the scenes, just make me think of these moments. Some of it does feel rushed because you are actually putting a lot of like episodes all together in one episode on Netflix. Plus, you're getting rid of like some of the you know the side quests and the filler stuff that is usually on One Piece. I guarantee you we're not going to see the boxing arc in One Piece. I wouldn't be surprised. And we're probably, I kind of wish they show like Zoro's old friends, like the two guys that are like brothers of Zoro. I can only think of like two amazing actors that would play as them for Zoro. But you can only put as so much in one episode for an hour, and it's not enough time to fill it in. And I was just surprised that 8 episodes that you're gonna introduce these characters, these 5 characters. How is that possible? And they made it possible. It's like, how did they do that? You can't, like, you there's certain scenes and stuff, but I feel like the most important ones mattered, and they made the best out of it. I'm just like, how is, like, this show is so good. I love it so much. Like, I don't know what it is. One Piece, just every time I was like, oh man, another One Piece, this and that. I gotta finish these episodes. But not once I complain about stopping. I never thought of stopping. There is so multiple times that I try to stop, finishing Marineford. But out of nowhere, I just finished 50 episodes of Marineford, and I love it. And I just finished the whole Alabasta. Like, there's times we will be just like, how did I finish this in 3 days? I would just usually just move on to something else. But I didn't. I just keep moving. And it's a very long arc. Shoot, my review probably didn't make no sense of it. Still to this day, I think about coming back to One Piece, the Fisherman Wharf. And I still remember this. Like, how are these scenes so memorable? How is the story so, like, it's all about those years of practice that Oda has put on. Like, it proves that he's the GOAT. His skill itself through the story and through the world that he has created just really proves that. And I just can't get it out of my head. There is so many fantasies of just like One Piece that I keep thinking. Shippings and stuff like that. The idea of like the One Piece crew having their own family. Luffy having a son. Nami having a son. Sanji having a daughter. Zoro also having a daughter to be like, in remembrance of Kuroka, or like, like Tashigi in a sense. But like just ideas and just, different ways of just the show going, and the adventures, though they're long, it just makes me feel like, man, I gotta see more. And every day, ever since I finished episode 8, which was a good episode, you got, Father Garp there with his, chemistry with his grandson, and also defeating Arlong. Like, still to this day, like, pretty much ever since I finished it, I can't stop thinking about season 2. I can't stop thinking about them showing Smoke, or what is Tashigi gonna look like? What are these other characters as well? Like, like, especially for the plans of for Alvida and Buggy working together. And also, like, the list goes on. Like, what is the practice camp for Kobe going to be looking like? And where's Helmeppo at with that, And also, I just love how there was, like, especially Usopp's arc. Like, there was, like, there was a kiss scene. And I knew deep inside that, yes, because it wasn't in the anime that Kaya and Usopp were going to kiss. But, man, the fact that Oda approves this and made this, and this is actually a real thing in the show, it made me happy. There is actually some romantic, like, levels to some of these episodes that are truly romance. And, as a person like romance, I just, had to bring that up. But in that part, in the episode 8 of them standing on the barrel and, proving their dreams, they did that justice. They did a lot of these episodes justice. And it shows that there's some parts where I feel like it just doesn't need to be perfect. It is what it is. It's the perfect length, the perfect amount. But, this is to me. This is in my world, in my peripheral vision, through my eyes and through my judgment, that this is a 10 out of 10. But for most people, they got better criticisms than me. They got better, like, stuff to look at and stuff like that. Better ways of actually, within their critical minds, to talk about this, this live action better than me. But for me, I think it's perfect the way it is. And man, I hope they do season 2 justice to show the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates. I'm just still curious of Frankie and Robin, and shoot, Brooke. What is Brooke gonna be like? How are they gonna do that? I heard that, the whole thing about Chopper is gonna be tricky as well, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Other than that, thank you guys for watching my review, little short review, something like that. Just my thoughts of season 1 of the One Piece. And also my dear is here. Bye!